Alright, we're here with Ureni of the Unwritten. It is of the new pile of commanders from the specific, like, Tarkir commander set. This is a 7 mana 7/7 flying trample. When it enters or attacks, you look at the top 8 cards, you put a dragon from among them into play, and then the rest go on the bottom. So it's like a Traxa, but with only dragons, and you just put it right into play. So, we're running a bunch of really big, scary dragons, the other Ureni as well. So, the new set came out with alchemy cards on top of the commander set. So we have, like, what is it? A very notable fancy new card in Dragon Typhoon, which is whenever you cast a dragon or a non-creature spell, some dragons come with those, like the Omens, although it's also a dragon anyways. You draft a dragon, and it goes right into play. This is Shark Typhoon on steroids. It doesn't have as good as a channel, but that's okay. Who cares? This is also a dragon, so it's like it's got that dragon keyword, namely, so you can find it off of Ureni. You can cast it for free with, like, Dracogenesis. This is probably the only deck I've played where Dracogenesis makes sense, and that is taking into consideration Tiamat. I think with this many really expensive stuff, and this card specifically, pretty sure this just sort of goes infinite. Because dragons are free, and then you could just keep casting them, and when you cast a dragon, you get boom, 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 so there's that. This would love haste, including the creature that you find, so anything that would give Roxanne haste, we can put in here. I don't have all of them. I probably want more. We'll see. There's like Rhythm of the Wild. Actually, you know what? I think Rhythm of the Wild might just be better than this because it costs less mana. If I'm just going to run another one for the sake of it. Yeah, let's actually do that. Rhythm also has the benefit of the other thing it does, which is, you know, the other line of text on it. So, yeah. Yeah, sneak attack with all these giant dragons. Hopefully, I don't feel like I wish I was just playing Eldrazi. Yeah. But we'll see. I want room for more ramp. It's hard to put everything that I want in here. I'm not trying to go over every new card, but some of them are kind of cool. Like there's this Lightning Bolt. It's a sorcery. It sort of draws a card later. Is it great? No. Is it better than Lightning Bolt? Probably not. We could probably just put Lightning Bolt instead. This is a new card as well. You know, the next spell is haste. Cool, you know. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. Uh-oh, they're thinking. They're channeling their land commander. Oh, alright. Well, I can also just win. On the bright side, this is the first time I've ruined a game with mana drain. It took 3 hours and 37 minutes for us to ruin a game with mana drain. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Normally, we do that a little bit more than that, so... Usually free enough, though. Usually. Alright. I have not seen Feather in quite a while. I don't think anything new has happened with it. But it is, doing the same thing it usually does, I'm sure. Okay. This doesn't stop Tail's End. It just makes it cost 4. They didn't even bother taking Tail's End. Wow. Well. Yep. Sack an artifact, put a counter on this, and add red. Whenever you sack an artifact? What? That is pretty out there, but I'm here for it. Okay, that's actually a pretty good one to hit, I would say. I mean, it's not like you can't cast Feather multiple times, you know? Well, probably best to play this here, I would say. So my opponent doesn't run away with the game in terms of mana. And it just, like, combos perfectly with the other card they got, so... Faceless Agent's great, what do you mean? It's like a generic hit. I can even hit it off of this. Well... Don't like our position here. Xenagos doesn't feel terribly exciting. And we can't block, so I guess we just swing. There's too many, like, protection spells and whatnot. So next turn I can cast my commander? Sure. I would not counter that. Oh, I guess it stops me from Tails ending. Alright, so yeah, so this does make sense now. I probably have 0 time to ever actually cast Xenagos, so... And my opponent just disabled my commander. Fascinating. I guess I can still cast it. Feels really, like, terrible to do that. 1, 2... I don't really care. Turbo Orb. Okay. You got it. They don't have a combat trick. They didn't have any... Well, it's not that they didn't have anything, but they didn't do anything egregious. A little unbelievable. Actually, that's completely unbelievable. I'm a little bit beside myself. I am just a wee bit beside myself. Feather with no spells. Okay, so we have protection from white in play, and a huge 10/10 that your Feather can't block. Okay. Yeah. I can't believe they didn't have a single 1-mana spell or anything to go with Feathers. Just nuts. Wow. That's insane. Just pretty rough. I don't think we're a Chrome Mox deck. We could put it in here, though. I don't think so. It is nice to maybe turn one of my really, like, other expensive things that I might have in my hand into an actual card, because, you know, you get stupid hands like this. And... pass. Riz the Redeemed. Alright. Well, that's a card. Too quick to kill him? Yeah. There's a lot of times it doesn't... Like, Ritz the Redeemed doesn't just go crazy. Alright, well, I'm doing my thing next turn, and we're not immediately dead. Always happy to see that. No haste this time, but that's not really a surprise. There's the red exert land I forgot existed. I guess I'll put that in. Whoops. Can't remember everything. Too old. 23, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this goes. This one? That's actually really good here. That's actually really good here. Yeah, look at that. Nice. Really nice. Okay. We basically win with sneak attack next turn. Okay, I think they're just dead. I think they're dead. If they're not dead, they're basically dead. So they might as well be dead, yeah. This is the duplicating dragon, right? Correct. Holy blue Batman. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't think I like this hand, do I? No, I don't. Get rid of... Oh, these are both basically the same. Let's might as... yeah. Alright, red-green or blue-green? Probably blue-green. Red-green works as well, though. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. I will always trade with Rocket Van. No, opponent's playing the temple. That's funny. Okay, Menadorks for days. We either love to see it or we don't. Opponent wants to play him out of hand, and we just want to cheat him out of deck. Oh. I am so bad at the game. I played the wrong land. I stared at it too for a second. It's like so obvious. It's so obvious, and I just decide not to do it. I don't know why I do that. Basically, just skipped our turn, actually. So one horrendous play deserves another. Well, this game is decided right here and now. They moused over my land. That's unusual. Alright, no answer to it. So... play the correct land. Let's get an island. Yeah, just play that. Keep one or two. See, I kind of like all or none. I don't really like one or two. It's like, if I want the effect, I should really try to get it every time. But I guess that's fair. That was our only forest. Alright, well, we're both doing literally the same thing. As per tradition. As is tradition. Do I even want a blue? I think we want a red and green. Yeah, I don't want blue. Alright, we need to keep the land because Birds of Paradise is representing my 7th mana. Another problem with them is we're not like Roxanne. We're trying to like play a 7-drop. So our turn 3 or our 3 mana plays trying to make room for a haste spell instead of a ramp spell is not really that good of an idea. Maybe we just full stop shouldn't be playing them at all. Okay, it's literally nothing but mana dorks. You got it. We're gonna thin our deck of a land. Also, I guess we can surveil the top first to look even deeper. Because missing with this is basically lights out. Okay, we didn't miss. In fact, we hit something that justifies playing the land first. 7 lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't really care about Incubation Druid, but it wouldn't be totally wrong to kill it. It is arguably a bunch of mana. But it's not like it's casting anything, so... This has reach. Alright, I was about to say it's probably not enough. Well, not anything I can do about it, but... You didn't realize how much cheap stuff I have? Well, I'm playing Historic Brawl, I can't. There's no other way to play the game. Let me know if there is, though. I'll be around for it. Let's get an island. And... always play the flip lands last. Haha. So, as you can see, I am categorically ahead of my opponent in terms of development. You think they concede if this is wash away? I just wanted to scare him. Ooh, that's pretty neat. That's an honest card. I like it. Do I need another island? I think I do not. Although I do have this card, so maybe I can? I don't know. Triple blue in play seems like just not a good idea, so... We can cast this. It is 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess I'll hold on to it. If I don't draw a land, it'll give me something to do. I'd like to expend this treasure on a counterspell. Tragic. Whenever you cast a dragon... I'm just so not convinced I care about that. Oh, well, I can't play it. Tragic. Ugh. Ugh. Imagine. Actually imagine. Well, we know about a burn spell, but who cares? We have this. Do I get land or non-land? Land gives me 2 lands, right? So, I guess I do take lands, right? Yeah. I expect this to die, but I don't really care. Seems like a bit of a... I'm gonna just cash in this for some life. I don't think it's gonna matter. Alright, they exchanged the Cold Steel Heart. And we're gonna get a basic because it takes less damage. Alright. Alright, Ureni, come on. Come on. Ugh. I think we take the 4-5. We just take the 4-5. Not exciting, but... just take the 4-5. It is a card that stares at my opponent in the face, and they have to do something about it, I think. Alright, they can't do anything about it. Cool. Probably gonna... I don't know. Man, that's such an ugly draw. such an ugly draw. Oh, I wish I could play it. I don't think I can. Well, best use this while I can. Our 4-mana rock looking kind of ugly. Oh, I'd love to see this. They just didn't cast their commander. Okay. Alright, we have 6 mana in total. Looming around in here. Well, I would love to deal with that. Can you see what you draft, or is it just random? It's just random? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't have it this turn, but I will next turn. Assuming my opponent doesn't just perfectly sack and reanimate. Yeah. Okay, I said I had it next turn, but I didn't actually guarantee have it next turn. I did need to get mana. They need a way to, like, sack a sapperling. Do I just let this... do I just take 3, right? Yeah, I just take 3. I don't let it die for free. Now they have to kill it and also use their stuff? It's all at once. Ah, I see. Okay. So I filled my deck full of random poop, but that's okay. Sometimes you just do that. Alright, they have no sapperlings. If I kill this, they actually lose it, but can't do that. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Ugh, that's so ugly. Sag. Pay 1 life, sack a creature, treasure. Alright. Well, now they can just sack their commanders, so I might as well just block it. Alright, well, let's go ahead and not randomly have really good creatures to reanimate. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Okay, love to see it. I don't think it's right to kill my... oh no, you can kill my commander here. I can't recast it. Okay. I'm not flying for lethal. Wait, what? Okay, sure. Opponent reanimates my creature. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. So, double strike on my creatures, but this doesn't have haste. I guess I just play this. Okay. Or this one. I don't think it matters too much. If this one dies, I actually get something done, so I'll do that one. This has Ward 3 as well. Yeah, probably just right to play this one. They faithfully looting looting 2 lands away. Okay, so we have the counter spell. I don't think there's a good attack from the opponent. They block there, they take 10. It's just not lethal. You can't channel this out of exile. If I kill the Saproling token, they can't do anything here. What? You're sacking 2 creatures to... Wait a minute, what are you doing? This is just to reanimate... What? This Okay, so they get the spider, right? Yeah, they get the spider back and they kill my... I don't know, this is a little out there for me. I think they just made their board state worse and paid a bunch of life. But, yeah, it's something you can do, you know. It's an interesting line, I must admit. Okay, we're going to play Brainstorm. They have a blocker, so I can't... Oh, yeah, we should play Brainstorm then. I guess I should play this first. Teamer Ascendancy. Well, a little too late for that one, I think. I'm not playing these dragons, right? Yeah, we're just getting rid of these 2. I could play one of these dragons, but it doesn't kill my opponent. Oh! Okay. Apparently my opponent's upset that their fungus didn't work. I don't know. And they literally Emrakul the Promise End themselves, so I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I feel like they definitely just Emrakul Promise Ended themselves for literally no reason. Hello. Yeah, we just play that. I'd like to be able to abrade something. That is abradable. Abradabra. Do I want to abrade that? Surely. Yeah. Why not? Could matter, maybe not. I don't think abrade's getting any better than this, so why not? That is definitely better than the thing I was about to cast. Green. Okay. The old mirror, palladium mirror. Let's play this. One, two, three, four, five, six. They need a specific color right now. Okay, that's not it. If they shuffle with the Footlands, they lose that dragon. They do. They just get rid of it right away. Alright. Probably pretty nice. Man, if this is the red one. Oh, if this is the red one right now. It's alright. We wouldn't be in this position if it was a haste enabler. My opponent just shocked in a blue source. And I don't have uncounter... Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm not going to play into what I believe is a counter spell, so let's not do that. Sure. I mean, I would say it's hardly a secret, but... Sure. Orb of Suburber. Orb of Spaghetti, you got it. They could have just played their commander, so that's a little odd. I think they have a counterspell. Do I have the mana to Village? 1, 2, 3. Let's see, what are the 1, 2, 3? I do not. Do I care? No, not really. I can simply cast it again. Yeah, we could just cast it twice in a row. And if they don't have a counterspell, well then, you know, stuff happens. Okay, well, you like that one. Opponent got 1 non-land? How about 2 non-lands, opponent? How about 2? We're doing it. It's happening. Things are happening. That's funny. Boop, boop. Sure. I don't think Tiamat on its own can get you there, so you have to just find a sweeper or something. They can't even cast Tiamat. Well, I wish I had a counterspell, but that would be wishing I had everything. They also surveilled and then fetched those surveil lands back in. Or surveil hits back in. Bit of a slight missequence there. Oh, they kept the card, though. We might have a game. They kept the card. What is it? Rainstorm. Alright, fair enough. Better than a random hit. Do we concede? I mean, if we don't concede, we have something. What is it? It is Dedge. Alright. Alright. I don't know. I want to play the Surveil and then concede it. But you said... Yeah, but you can't get Draco Genesis with Tiamat, so it doesn't matter. Like, it's not a combo out of the command zone. If you... Every deck is a combo deck if you have Omniscience. Like, yeah, well, you just need Omniscience. It's... You don't just always have it, you know. But yeah, if I have Omniscience, I'm a combo deck. You don't always have it. If it had the dragon keyword on it, and then you could, like, find it, but it doesn't, only the Shark Typhoon thing has that text on it. So... I'm gonna get an island, which feels kind of really bad here. Feels kind of bad. Still gonna get an island, though. Oh, alright, yeah. If you say so. If you say so. You'll have to show me it working. Where you always have your Omniscience. This lets me cast Sneak Attack, but then Sneak Attack isn't really doing anything. So I guess I'm just passing. I probably should just vomit Sneak Attack into play, though. I probably should, because the rest of the game my opponent must consider it. Must consider it. You know, you're saying you just never play it until you get Draco Genesis? That would be how you do it, yeah. That would be the way of doing it. Which probably is like Golos is sort of... I think I'm just cashing in damage as it comes to me. So I should just swing with this. Yeah, I should just cash in damage when it shows up. I think that's the best this card is going to do, and the more I do that, the better it is for me, so... Also, this is an emote combo deck, right? Where it does nothing but cast, like... whatever the combo is. I didn't even notice. Counter... that. To always have it with black tutors and stuff. It's an enchantment too, so you can run Idyllic Tutor. Oh, they thought about cracking their land. Oh my goodness. So we kind of missed the opportunity on this one here. Relic of Legends, Davriel Emblem, yeah. I think that's fine. I think weird jank, like what my opponent just did last game, is fine in the format. I don't have a problem with it. I think those kinds of cards just keep people honest. Right? Like, oh, no one's prepared, they just lose. They just lose. Alright, we're 1 mana off of this. Last time we played it didn't save us, but that's not really a surprise. 2 damage to you. Alright, opponent's really all in on their commander, and I like it. It makes me a happy person. We're gonna tap that. Alright. Goofy Mana Rock online. Counterspell. Banked up. Windmill Slam. The Rowan. They can recast it next turn, though. Rowan is one of those commanders that can definitely survive a counterspell. Davriel and I go way back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not going to keep this in case my opponent has a random something. Oh, I want to play this so bad first. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Literally can't stop me from doing it. Look at that. We drew a card off of the Typhoon. My opponent's whole turn might just be Rowan, so. Pays a bunch of life, then dies. Yeah, that's it's hard to work, but I think it's easier to work than the blue-white one, which is when you gain life. I think this one is way easier to accomplish what it's trying to do. My opponent can just do a draw-go. It's not like the big spells are uncastable later. But we got this going, so. The engines are going. Engines are a-turnin'. We don't have haste, but this is a card that could be a problem in the future. Alright, Uremi. I kind of don't want to put another big thing in. Yes, I do. What I'm talking about. Of course I do. And destroy target creature was your... Actually, we just keep that and kill our opponent's commander at some point. There are cards we could draw now. Wash Away is one of them. I wasn't looking at Ureni's cards. Okay, so I need them to sweep the board. Please. Oh, please. 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 Come on. Sweep the board. Just don't win. Alright, I need you to deal with my board, but not win at the same time. That's what I need. Yeah, Codis is... indestructible is not... You're gonna need more than that sometimes, for sure. Anything else that isn't that? Oh, they give their commander haste? Okay, this is cool, but what are we doing? What are we doing with all this? Am I dead? No way. There's no way you find lethal here. No way. I think they have a discount of 5? Just deal with the board, opponent, please. Just blow up a creature. Find... What's the thing? The thing. The cityscape leveler. I don't know. Oh no. We're dead. We might be dead here. Buckle up. I was hoping it was like, maybe even Ulamog would have been cool. Oh. Wait. What? Now you just have less mana than you did the last time you were doing this. No, they need triple red, right? Or double... Is it triple red? It's double red. Yeah, they tried to storm off with the treasure loot. It just didn't work. Okay, they're going to try again. Wait, this doesn't work. Don't you need an additional... No! Oh, opponent, I just wanted to... wait, where is it? Where? Oh, there it is. I literally flung my Dracogenesis into the void. Oh, we almost had it. We almost had it. I like this alchemy set so far. I do. So far. I mean, I played with the teamer ones. I played the teamer event midweek thing. I like what I've seen. Even the Mardu stuff seemed good. They seem pretty interesting, almost sort of like solo deck defining, where like if alchemy, I don't play alchemy, but if alchemy is a format a lot of people play and it's got a meta, I think a lot of these alchemy cards will actually, there's got to be maybe one or two decks that are just now exist because of these cards in that format. But again, I don't play them. In this format, I do like Dragonweave Tapestry. It's pretty interesting. Anything with dragons, just drawing cards, it runs away with the game rather quickly. If this is legal in Standard Brawl, which I don't think it should be. No, I don't think it is. Alright, never mind. Let's talk about this. I did not like the haste enablers. Roxanne can get away with those way more than we can. It was not really any window, I felt, to ever just cast a haste enabler on like turn 2 with a mana dork or later, because every turn is like a burn spell or a counter spell or a ramp spell. I'm not just gonna do this do nothing haste enabler and then simply just pass a turn. That slows down my ability to cast this in the first place, right? I slow down a turn to give it haste makes no sense. So it just didn't, it never really happened. Teamer Ascendancy never, I don't know. It could just be something better. More counter spells, more burn spells, more ramp. All completely reasonable, right? You are a teamer deck, therefore you are basically a mono green deck. So you got to play accordingly if you aim to succeed in this format. That's just where you are. I could say that basically every video. But when it comes to the big dragon package, I really liked it. That was very cool. I went too long without Cavern of Souls in here. That was a mistake. I'm not going to lie. I am me. I went a little too long with it. Fortunately, it didn't ruin my ability to get to 15 wins, which I normally don't do, but this did get there. 15 wins for the day, I mean. The dragon package, like the specific dragons I'm hitting with this, I liked. I felt like I had enough dragons. I only whiffed twice. Both times I whiffed, I was dead anyways. Anecdotal. But, I mean, if it didn't matter, you know. But if it did matter, I did whiff. So there were 2 whiffs with this commander with a count of 16 dragons. So if you want more dragons, I think that's reasonable. However, you got to make room for the good cards in order for this to ever work in the first place. And that's what this chunk on the left here looks like. So, you know, it's probably a wise decision to do that. You can play more mid-rangey 4 and 5 mana dragons, mostly like 4 ideally, to just have something else to do if you feel like you don't like the ramp counterspell burn spell thing. But it's just going to slow down your main game plan of windmill slamming a bunch of stats in play and hoping your opponent can't deal with it. And I think as more time goes on, I've said this a few times just recently, sweepers are slightly less appealing than they have been. And we're seeing that against quite a few opponents where just, you know, blowing up the board with a 4-mana sorcery is not as good as it once was, right? Again, in Standard it's fine. Here, so there were instances I expected to get hit by a sweeper, and I just didn't. Kind of is happening a lot. I'm just like not expecting them as much out of the decks you would expect them. If you're playing against Teferi, I'm sure you should expect quite a few, maybe, I don't know. Teferi is bracket 5, maybe not a good example. But some kind of lower bracketed blue-white commander that is okay with dying or is a planeswalker could still run a few because it doesn't commit to the board. But even still, right? You're sweeping the board, then passing, and there's a lot of games that are decided by turn 3, right? It could continue on after, but the game sort of just had its decision at turn 3. You know, you can look at it and be like, all right, in hindsight, the game is over right here, because everything else that happened after that moment was just like the ripple effect of the wash away, or the lightning bolt, or the swords of plowshares, or the Esper Sentinel, or the, like, you know, I'm not saying you should look at this format like a legacy format or anything, but it is a 1-2-3 mana format. And then, you know, oh, I have my 6 mana bombs. Yeah, but you only have your 6 mana bombs because the 1-2-3 portion of the game is done. And now you can start to play whatever, you know, both players can do whatever they're trying to do with their goofy nonsense or whatever. You know, big dragons, haha, but like you gotta move the game over there. You know, you gotta go from here to here. So it's gonna fall victim to that, you know, being that kind of thing. But I liked what it was doing. Do I like it more than Tiamat? Probably, because you cast 2 dragons for the price of 1 most of the time. Whereas Tiamat's like, you know, Tiamat gets to play all the colors, which is really, really good. You can't understate how powerful it is to play all the colors at the same time. But it's, I don't know. I think Teamer gets to at least play green, so you might as well, you can do whatever you want anyways, right? The Draco Genesis never mattered, ever, which is unfortunate. Not really a surprise there. Not a surprise. I wouldn't play Omniscience over this, and I wouldn't play the one with spaghetti thing instead of this either. Because of Dragon Typhoon, and then, you know, going crazy. We didn't do it. If we ever did do it, our opponent would probably concede immediately, because, I mean, I think you win? Did any of these actually kill your opponent? So if you make infinite ones of these, you have infinite scaling damage on something that doesn't have summoning sickness. This would double the damage, I guess. It doesn't matter. Alright, I don't think there's any of these that do just immediately win. But if you vomit this thing out into play a bunch, your opponent can't really interact with you, because then they'll just take 40 lightning bolts to the face. And people most likely just concede when you do that. There are profoundly busted and powerful cards I was not running because I wanted to make room for new stuff and dragons, like Tireless Provisioner, Skewed Swarm, Mythweaver Pock, the Overlords, maybe just the green one, but the other ones are okay. You know, just the typical stuff you expect. But again, this alchemy set did bring some pretty interesting cards with it, and this does want a healthy count of dragons at the very least. So you do have to make room for big dumb dragons in order to make this actually do anything. That probably makes it worse than the other Ureni that also has protection. The other one deals with the board, doesn't need haste, has protection from 2 colors. You know, it's doing stuff. This, like, you need dragons in your deck. You need to really hit one, and then you don't need haste. I'll say that. I didn't need haste, but it wouldn't have hurt. So, yeah, I like this. I like it. It's fun to play. It is fun to play. It's fun to play things that are big, that aren't just green in a green deck. That's pretty cool. But yeah, Teamer Ascendancy's got to get out of here. And Sneak Attack was cool. I'll say that too. Didn't ever really do anything other than a single game. There was one game it pulled out there, but other than that, it's like we're not playing Eldrazi, right? Which you could. But you could. So, let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.